Hey guys, last time I asked you a question in Facebook. Who is a legend in the field of physiotherapy? Many people have given me a good answer, but uh, for me, a legend is a person who guides a whole lot of generation, and his guidance has to be valued at least 2 to 3 decades later. So that much quality of information he should have given you, motivation he should have given you, and he should have been a visionary on his own capacities. So, in that regard, I have a man who I really wanted to tell you about. His name is Professor Fiddy Davice. He was a man who was entirely different from all other teachers during his heydays, even now, I think. Those were the days where the teachers were dreaded and nobody wished to talk to a teacher. Nobody dares to enter into a teacher's staff room, and there was always a gap between teachers and students. And this man who came to our college in 1999, if I'm not wrong, we belong to 97 intermediate batch, and he came and he gave an entirely different view to the students about teacher. He was a man who was tall, dusky, and very sturdy, agile. You can define all positive body languages to him. He is a man who is spotted with a smile always on his face. And he used to dress up very differently. He used to wear casual shoes for a formal dress. We used to even make fun of that initially before knowing who he was. Later on, we came to know that he was an ardent sport person who always used to play around, who is a very good athlete, and his competitive levels were far, far better than people like us who are young those days. And he had a different way of dealing with students also. Whenever he spots people doing mischiefs, he will call them with a smiling face and say, "This is not right, my dear. You can do this instead of this." For example, uh, once we were spotted smoking by him. If it would have been some other staff, he would have come to the college next day and harassed us like anything, or made fun of us, made us to talk to our parents, bring the parents, or something like that they might have done. But what he did, he took a U-turn and came to us. He parked his vehicle and came to us, and he said, "Hey guys, come on, what are you doing?" We said, "Sorry, sir." Then he said, "No, no, no, don't feel sorry. You want to show off. This is your age. This is the prime time of your life. You have to enjoy, but enjoy without hazard to your body. Instead of having a cigarette, you can have a tin coke, because those days tin coke were fascinating for people." So he bought us a tin coke, which was very costly those days. 20 rupees was very, very costly for us. He bought everyone one tin coke, and he asked us to drink. And then also the next day, about our students mentality, we again smoked, and he saw that. And what he did was, he took us to the ground and he started playing cricket. He installed this interest of playing cricket, and he also plays very good shuttle. He's a very good athlete, mind you. And he installed this idea of athleticism in our mind, and we gelled up very nicely. And he selected our batch to do one important thing, that was coming up with a journal. Imagine, now everybody is interested in publishing and asking for what journal to publish, science citation index, scopus index, all these things. Those days, that is 22 years before he gave us an idea, you start a small journal on your own for the college. Let your batch do it for the first time and hand it over to the next batch for subsequent editions and volumes. And he gave us a very good idea about what is a journal, what is a research article, what is publication, what is research. Though we don't know all these things, he said, at this age you can't do a research, but you can compile some facts and put it to a journal and give it to at least 2 3 colleges nearby your friend's college. And by this you can spread some important informations, valid informations, break some myths. That sort of a person he was. And we did that journal. In fact, the first edition came out, and we wanted to surprise our class in charge and our vice principal, because our college did not have a principal for ages. And we had a vice principal. We invited every one of them, but they took it in a very different way. They were not so happy for this. Instead, they were very furious about how can these people come up with such thing with a junior staff. And that idiot, what he did, he failed three of us. I don't have any hesitation in scolding him, because his rudimentary act was such thing which spoiled the entire good work. And Fiddy Davice sir came to us and he cried. Not even we, that is three of us who were doing this work very immaculately. We three were failed. We didn't cry, but he came to us and he cried, in fact, and we felt so bad about a great teacher crying for us. That was the first time someone shedding tears for us. And then, with that very bad action or bad impression about the college, he left the college. He left the college with tears, I would rather say that. But wherever he went, he was very successful. He went to do his post graduation in Manipal. Manipal grabbed him with all hands and then worshipped him for so many years. And he became HOD. He introduced some fitness programs, and he introduced some courses. And he became very successful. And at one point of time, he found, yeah, that is enough. And now he settled down in US. And I think definitely people would be welcoming him with garlands in wherever place he goes, because he's such a nice person and such a visionary and a legend in the field of physiotherapy, who is forgotten in this part of Tamil Nadu, because he might be very very famous in Karnataka or the other parts of South India, but this is the place where he started his practice. This is the place where he started teaching, but he is not known to many people. But he is one of a wonderful person, wonderful teacher, inspiring teacher, who we all look forward to emulate, but we often fail in doing so. So such a person was lost because of this bloody politics in this college, and because of that he went to a place where it is the politics was little better than the one was at our college. And now the person who played the politics, I don't know where he is collecting his garbages, but this guy, this teacher who was so inspirational, and still he remains as a legend in most of our batch people's mind, and he will always remain to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. If possible, convey your message or post your videos in our through our mail about your legendary teachers. We will definitely put it in our YouTube channel if we feel that it is really deserving. Please share your views. Teachers are the people who have to be worshipped. Quality teachers are very very rare, and we have to throw light on them for future teachers to groom up. Thank you so much. Have a great day.